Well, good morning from Bournemouth Airport. I know this channel is turning into a bit of a Jet Tyler show over the last few months, but unfortunately I'm the only one that seems to be actively touring at the minute. But I figured you guys would appreciate coming along to Malaga with me. Booked a last minute pre-summer holiday getaway for £54 return out of Bournemouth. Pretty good deal if you ask me. I'll tell you what though, what isn't a good deal is I've come into the Navigator Café, which is an extension to the Navigator bar just over there. And I just paid £5.25 for a coffee on its tea cake. I think I must have mug written all over my head. I'm bored. Classic Ryanair IFE. Oh, my GoPro's about working its magic for the next 2 hours. Hola, from Aeropuerto Malaga, Costa del Sol. Took about half an hour to get through passport control and immigration. Luckily, I haven't got to wait around for any bags. I'm getting the hell out of here. So I made it to Malaga Central, and I'm on a bus at the minute, as you can see. I'm on my way down to my first stop of the day. I'm going to give you a quick tour around one of my favourite places in all of Malaga. It's a great museum, highly worth a visit. But before I do, I'm having one of these. It is scorching hot, and you can probably see my hair's not staying in place. Everything's just... but the weather is lovely though, I'm not complaining. I'd rather have this than what we get in England. I mean, it's been raining on and off out there. Out here though, just absolute golden. You can see why Brits flock here in their millions from year round. Beautiful sea, beautiful. Like I said, this is a fashion and automobile museum, and one of the first places you can come to is here, the so-called Black Room. Okay, so we're going to start off in the main entrance bit. So this is all to do with cars and fashion between the end of the 1800s, so the end of what in the UK we would have called the Victorian period, and leading up to World War I, about 1914. So obviously cars were very brand new at this time in history, and obviously only the super rich could afford them. I mean, back then you didn't even have to like do a driving test to get a license or anything like that. How times have changed. Obviously these cars wouldn't be deemed roadworthy by modern standards, but like I said in the Museum of Air and Space video, these guys wrote the rule book for the standard we have today, and don't forget it. Okay, so this one's interesting. So this black and gold car here, which is period to the early 1910s, actually appeared in the film Titanic and was used in the one of the romantic scenes with Kate Winslet's character and Leonardo DiCaprio's character. Now, I drive a Citroen C1. I've driven 2 of them in my lifetime as an adult. This is basically the great granddaddy of the Citroen C1. This is what Citroens looked like back in the 1920s. All these cars you see here represent the 1920s, which was a very prosperous time for the United States, United Kingdom, a lot of the countries that came out victorious in World War I. That is until late 1929, when the Great Depression began and the stock market in America crashed. Then all hell broke loose for the 1930s. And if you thought the 30s were bad, you wait till you see what the 1940s had in stock. Well, the 1930s surely didn't slow down the automobile industry that much. You see that? This can only mean one thing. You're just staring down the 1930s era Rolls-Royce. Look at that. And this was a time where Rolls-Royce actually made solid models to go on the bonnet of their vehicles, whereas nowadays those things are very much collapsible as a health and safety risk. There's a slightly bigger representation of the little angel that goes on the Rolls-Royces, and there's a lovely model displaying it for us. Here's a Bugatti, fancy Italian car, and over here we've got a 1930s era Mercedes with a very foxy looking ladies outfit featuring leopard print, no less. Oh, and what a surprise, if we just come around here, look, typical Mercedes, no indicators, no, just like BMW, absolutely no indicators. And so apparently this vehicle served in World War I. A couple of World War I soldiers decked out in the back. And apparently, if you look carefully towards the back seat, there are still bullet holes in the vehicle. Obviously this car's been, I'm assuming this car was deserted during the World War I, and then obviously it's been claimed and then obviously restored for the museum in the years since. So it's nice to see they've got this thing preserved as best they can. It's pretty impressive. And here it is, in all its pink glory. Nothing screams American pop culture from the 50s or die-hard rock and roll than a pink Cadillac. Obviously this is a 1959 model. Jeez, doesn't that look good? Okay, I have to give this credit. Now this is a Rolls-Royce. This is how you show off There's an old saying, if you walk into a Rolls Royce dealer, you don't have to ask the price. If you have to ask the price, you can't afford one. This 1987 Rolls Royce apparently was designed for Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor, two of the biggest names in American showbiz of the 80s and 90s and beyond. Jeez. There's a picture up there with Michael Jackson in it. Now, I'm guessing this is a real Michael Jackson outfit. It might not. This could just be a replica. But I'm really hoping this one's the real deal. Let's just appreciate that this fancy Rolls Royce is within eye shot of that pink Cadillac I showed you earlier. Okay, this is a pretty impressive Ford. I mean, look at the paint job on that. Aside from the golden skull, that's just in a league of its own. Here's some information on it. In Hispania and English. Damn, imagine riding that around Hollywood. So yeah, if you're ever in Malaga, check out the Automobile and Fashion Museum. It's €10 entry, and I think it's a good way of spending 3 hours if it's your first time here. I went through that in about an hour and 20 minutes because it's like my third time visiting this place. Not a lot of change, but nonetheless it's an entertaining way to kill a couple of hours in the heat of the day. And obviously if you want to pause, the opening hours are just here. Hola senors, hola senoritas. I'm here at my hotel. So, best laid plans didn't always work. I mean, some things do work out in the end, as they say, because if I just focus the camera, probably just see it's a Condor A320 just getting out. But yeah, I'm in my hotel. You'll get a room tour in a minute when I do the footage with the GoPro, but this hotel has a really good view of the airport in this outside bit, which is really cool. I didn't get to the restaurant I was meant to go to in the city centre. Things didn't work out. It's on me, this one, because I didn't check the times properly. Oops. But nonetheless, I'm just sitting here about to have some dinner. I've ordered some food from the bar, and I've also ordered a drink. JD and Coke, that's the JD. This is the cola. So I'll be making this nice little combo very soon. Either way, yeah, so far I think I've done really well with this. €64, and I think very well spent. Oh, check that out. That is the airport. If I zoom out, this is the open area for the hotel I'm staying at. I'm just waiting on some food to arrive because I didn't get into the restaurant I was planning on. Best laid plans don't always work out, but that is Malaga Airport. Like, I think I'm about to try this place out as a spotting hotel. If I just zoom in and see the terminal, there's an EasyJet parked up. Flippin' heck. I'm starting to get my €64 worth, aren't I? Anyone for a decent pizza? From my hotel balcony. I'm just about to check out. It's an early start, it's about 8 o'clock, but I gotta get over to Malaga Airport. Should have a taxi due to pick me up in about half hour. The only downside to this hotel, I think personally, is the fact that you've got to spend quite a bit on a taxi to and from the airport to get to. There is a bus that does run to this area, but it's a 20-minute walk from the bus station to here, which obviously isn't convenient for anyone who might have lots of luggage. It might not help people who don't know the area, but other than that, I think it's been a pretty nice hotel. If I just swing round, here's the view going down the main road, and planes do take off over in that direction. So yeah, on the other side, as you saw last night, you can get some good views, so I might have to come back here as a plane spotting trip, you know. I mean, I paid €64 for one night, which is about 59 quid. I think that was pretty good value, considering it's July, you know, right on top of the summer holidays starting, but it's time to get going. I have to get home to Bournemouth. So I'm at Malaga Airport, as you can see. Great experience. Got myself a pin badge from the Malaga Airport Hard Rock, so it's somewhere a little different. And now I'm just waiting for my flight to get here because I'm due to fly back. Should be back in the UK around midday. I can see got a lovely window, so I should be able to get some footage of my plane taxiing in. There we go. And as you can see, there's a nice little business jet there taxiing past. How appropriate. Do you think if we'll ever get popular enough that we'll be able to hire a private jet and give you a travel vlog on one of those? Man can dream. I am at Bournemouth Airport, back where it all began. Absolutely amazing short trip, 24 hours in Malaga, really worth doing. We'll try and make another trip there at some point and try and cover some other places that I didn't feature in this particular video, because it is a really lovely city. You want to get away from the crappy weather we get in the UK or even other parts of the British Isles like Ireland, Scotland. Great place to go, and there's plenty of routes between the UK and Malaga. You are sport for choice on airlines, airports. You can really mix it up. Right, I've got to go to work in about 4 hours, so I'm going to bid you adieu, and I need to go find my ride.